Hello and welcome. This is a yoga class for the Libra full moon. Libra rules over our low back, so we'll be giving a little extra love to our low back today. And it also wants us to find some balance. And so we'll be checking in on our breath, our postures, and hopefully our minds and hearts as well. So you will want one block for today, and we are going to start in a child's pose. So you can just put that block up towards the front for now. So you can have your knees be as wide as you'd like. Rest your forehead onto the floor. And take a couple deep breaths, like you're smelling something beautiful. And notice which nostril you have more air moving through. Two more breaths like this. On your next inhale, start to pull your hands in. Lift your heart and your tailbone into cow pose. As you exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips up high, downward facing dog. Inhale back into cow, lower your knees, lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale into child's pose, hips to heels, arms stretch forward. Inhale, come up to stand on your knees, reach your arms up, lift up through your heart. Exhale, sit your hips towards your heels, hands to your heart center. Inhale, back on your knees, reach your arms up, lift up through your heart. Exhale, back into child's pose. Inhale, cow, pull your hands in, lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale into downward facing dog. We're just going to do one more round like that. Inhale, lower your knees, lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, come up to stand on your knees, reach your arms up, lift up through your heart. Exhale, hips to heels, hands to your heart center. Inhale, back up to stand on your knees, reach your arms up, lift up through your heart. Exhale, back into child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. Feel free to pedal out your feet. Maybe lift one leg up, move it around. And then other side, move it around. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. Soft knees, relax your upper body over your lower body. 2 deep breaths here in the forward fold. As you exhale, shift your weight towards your heels, round in your spine to come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up, lift up through your heart. Exhale, free your arms by your side. If you could feel it's a little lightheaded, just bring your attention to the soles of your feet. And again, breathe in through your nose like you're smelling something beautiful. And if you're not smelling anything, or what you're smelling is not beautiful, imagine what that would be. What comes to mind when you think of something that smells beautiful? So we're going to start with a little bit of physical balance because Libra, again, is about balance. So as you inhale, lift your arms, lift your heels, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your heels, fold in, hands to your low back. Inhale, reach your arms up, lift your heels, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your heels, folding in. Just one more like that. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your heels, lift your heart. Exhale, lower your heels, fold back in. Inhale, lift halfway. So take your fingertips onto your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release your hands, step your right foot back and lower your right knee to the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, straighten your left leg, folding in. Land your left foot, sweep your arms back up into crescent pose. This is the moon salutation. Exhale, take your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow, lower your knees, lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. As you inhale, bring the right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, lower your left knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up, crescent pose. Exhale, straighten your right leg, fold in over your right leg. Land your right foot, sweep the arms back up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands down, step forward, and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up, lift up. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release your hands, step your left foot back, lower the left knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, straighten your right leg, folding in. Inhale, land your right foot, reach your arms up. Exhale, take your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, cow, lower your knees, lift your heart and your tailbone. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here. For 2. And for 1. As you inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward, lower the right knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, straighten your left leg, folding in. Land your left foot, sweep your arms back up, crescent pose. Exhale, hands down, step forward, and fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, arms lift, heart lifts. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Again, if you got a little lightheaded, bring your attention back into your feet and take a deep breath through your nose. And then grab your block, make sure your block is handy. And we're gonna widen our feet as wide as the mat. Have your block be on the medium or smallest setting, and then step your left foot back. Lower your left knee to the ground. So we're in a lizard's lunge here. You may not be able to see it, but my right foot is a little bit to the right, and I'm lifting my heart up so that I feel a nice stretch in the front of my left hip. And then as I exhale, lift your hips up high, pyramid pose. Inhale into a lizard's lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. 2 more like that. Inhale, lizard's lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. 1 more, inhale, lizard lunge. And exhale, pyramid. Stay here for 2 breaths. And then rotate your block so that it's vertical. Hands to the ground, sweep the right leg up into a 3-legged dog, and then find some hip circles here. And then you're going to walk your hands back towards your left foot into a standing split. 3 deep breaths. For 2. And then as you exhale, release your right foot next to your left foot, folding in. Soft bend in your knees, round in your spine to come all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, free your arms by your side. Again, find your center. Check in with the soles of your feet. And then we're going to set up for a warrior one. So take your hands on your hips, turn your left toes out, and you're going to take your right leg and you're going to step it onto your right block, squaring your hips off. As you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, straighten your right leg, bring your hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding in, hands to your low back. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your right leg, hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, fold in, hands to your low back. We're just going to do one more like that. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your right leg, hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding in, hands to your low back. So as you inhale, come back into a warrior one. And then as you exhale, again, straighten your right leg, bring your hands onto your heart. Shift your weight into your right foot, and you're going to take your left foot into a tree pose. Now, you may have the desire to use your hand to lift the leg up as high as you want it to go. Try and resist that. Just let your leg be where it be. Feel your heartbeat. The leg we're focusing on in this tree is our standing leg, the one that's keeping us up. And then we're going to pass through a warrior three on our way back to a warrior one. So keep your hands on your heart. Stay with your heart center. Engage your left leg. Extend it back. And then bend your right knee. Land your left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms back up into a warrior one. Exhale, take your hands down into a downward facing dog. Hands are on the ground. Inhale, cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then step your left foot to the outside of your left hand, lower the right knee down. So I'm using a block. You may not want one for this transition that we did this one earlier. Inhale into a lizard. Exhale, lift your hips, pyramid pose. Inhale into a lizard, lower your knee, lift your heart. Exhale, pyramid pose. We're just going to do two more like that. Inhale, lizard. Exhale, pyramid. One more, inhale, lizard. Exhale, pyramid. Stay here for 3 breaths. For 2. And for 1. So if it's not already there, go ahead and place your block on the lowest setting, going vertically up and down in the upper left-hand corner of your mat. And then sweep the left leg up. And then walk your hands back towards your right foot, keeping your left leg in the air. We're here for 3. For 2. And then you're going to land your left foot next to your right foot, fold in. And then slowly come all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up. Free your arms by your side. Feel the soles of your feet. Take a breath. Again, notice which nostril you feel more air moving through. And then take your hands onto your hips. Turn your right toes out. Step your left foot onto your block. So warrior one, but with our left foot a little elevated. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, straighten your left leg, hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your left leg, hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding in. We're going to do 1.5 more like that. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, straighten your left leg, hands onto your heart. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, come back to warrior one. As you exhale, you're going to straighten your left leg, bring your hands onto your heart. Shift into your left foot and come back into a tree pose. And just feel your heartbeat. Let your foot land where it lands. If you steady your breath, your body will listen. And then we're going to pass through a warrior three on our way to a warrior one. So you're going to extend your right leg back, flexing the right foot. Bend your left knee, step your right foot all the way back. Inhale, one last warrior one. Exhale, take your hands down. Step into a downward facing dog. Inhale, cow. Exhale, child's pose. 3 deep breaths here. And then start to come up into a comfortable seat. I'm going to suggest you sit on a block, just because it elevates the hips a little bit and takes a little pressure off the knees. And here's the thing. I think for some people have no problem using blocks, and that's me. I love using a prop, but I think there's a little bit of a bias sometimes that if someone needs to use a prop, that they're like not doing the full expression of the pose, or I don't know. It's just like there's an interesting hang up around props. And if you're someone who struggles to receive help, then I would challenge you to try to use props as much as you can, because it's a great practice in receiving support. So just a thought. Okay, so we're gonna do a breath technique called Nadi Shodhana. This is alternate nostril breathing. And as I've been having you check in throughout practice around which nostril is more open, so the left side of our body is the lunar side. It is the receptive side. It is the creative side. The right side of our body is the solar side. It is the external side. It is the actionable side. And I mean, there's a lot more in both these categories, but those are the highlights. And so throughout the day, you're going to have different nostrils be more open, and that's going to kind of connect to that side of the body. And so let's say you're trying to be creative. Let's say you're trying to do some art, or you're trying to write something, you're trying to do something, and you're sitting down and you're like, oh, I just can't get it out. And if you check your nostrils and your right nostril is more open, you just might need to move around a little bit. You might need to get a little energy out before you can sit down and be with your project that you're doing. And then on the other side, if you're trying to get things done, physically, trying to clean, or you're trying to work out, or there's this energy that you're trying to put forward that you're just can't. I mean, first of all, you might need to just rest, which is never a bad idea if you need to do that. But also check, left side's more open, maybe, again, it's time to do something a little more slower, a little more, you know, a little more creative. And sometimes they're both even. And then it's like, we can do anything. Okay, so check which one. We're gonna do a balancing version of Nadi Shodhana. There's like so many variations of it because you can use it for a lot of different objectives. But this one, we're just gonna try to find some balance. So I'm using my right hand, pointer finger, middle finger are gonna rest on my third eye. My thumb is gonna go to the outside of my right nostril, and my ring finger is gonna go to the outside of my left nostril. So I'm gonna breathe in through my left, hold the outside of my left nostril, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Hold the outside of the right, exhale through the left. That was one round. Inhale through the left. Hold the outside of the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through right. Hold the outside of the right, exhale through the left. That was 2 rounds. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale through left. Hold left, exhale right. Inhale through right. Hold right, exhale through left. That was round 3. We're going to do 2 more rounds. Inhale through left. Hold left, exhale right. Inhale through right. Hold right, exhale left. Last round. Inhale through left. Hold left, exhale right. Inhale through right. Hold right, exhale left. And then release your hand down. Try and breathe in through both nostrils. Notice if it's changed or not. Notice if one nostril feels more things than the other. Maybe it's even. And then we're going to find our way onto our backs. So knees bent, feet flat on the floor. And first just feel the support of the floor underneath you. As you inhale, extend your right arm up through the air and your right leg long, flexing through your right leg. Exhale, let's do a bringing everything back to center. Inhale, left arm, left leg extends, flex through your left foot. Exhale, let's do a to bring everything back to center. Inhale, right side, right limbs extend. Flex your foot at the bottom of the extension. Exhale. Inhale, left side extends. And exhale, bring everything back in. We're going to do 2 more rounds like this. One last round like this. One more. And then pull your knees in towards your chest. As you inhale, extend your legs up and your arms out. Exhale, bring everything back to the center. Inhale, legs up, arms out. Exhale, everything into center. One more inhale. And exhale. And then release your legs and your body all the way down to relax into your final rest of Shavasana. I'm going to be seated so I can guide you through a little meditation. Libra energy is about balance. And it's specifically about balance in how we show up for ourselves and how we show up for others. And it is represented in tarot by the Justice card, which is a reminder that healing cannot start and stop with our own needs. It needs to extend beyond us. And so notice areas of your life, especially when it's around yourself and your relationships. In what ways do you need balance? In what ways are there balance? If there is not balance, what needs to be let go? What needs to be let go? And then inhale through your nose, again checking in on your nostrils. Exhale, blow out like you're blowing a candle. Releasing whatever needs to be let go. Inhale through your nose. Exhale like you're blowing out a candle. 2 more breaths like this. One more. So you can stay laying on the ground for as long as you'd like. If you'd like to come up into a comfortable seat to close out practice. We are going to end by chanting the word peace 3 times in Sanskrit. So if you're on your way up to a seat, take your time to get here. If you're staying laying down, just be where you are. And keep your hands in your lap or bring your hands onto your heart. We're going to do a big Om together and then chant the word Shanti. If you know it, I'd love for you to join. Otherwise, you can listen and you'll still get all the benefits. So inhale through your nose. Om. Inhale for Shantis. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to you, peace to your loved ones, peace to all beings everywhere without exception. Thank you for your time, your presence, and your practice. And send it out to the universe.